Today I'm going to teach you how to make French toast. So good. Honestly, I'm not even bullshitting. I think that was the best French toast I've ever made. That was really good. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Mike, and in this video I'm going to teach you how I make a super easy and delicious breakfast. I usually skip breakfast, and it's purely out of laziness and the fact that I don't want to eat super processed food. But recently I've been making this breakfast for myself because it's absolutely delicious, and it takes like 10 minutes, if that. Now, is it really healthy? So the first thing you're gonna need is bread. I'm just using potato bread here, and this is actually fresh. People will tell you that for the best French toast, you're probably gonna wanna use day-old bread that is either challah or brioche, but I am using a fresh potato bread here. If you wanna simulate a stale bread, you can throw your bread into the oven for a little bit at a light temperature just to dry it out a little. And yeah, I'm probably gonna do that just a little bit. And next I'm gonna be using some light cream. You can use milk or heavy cream or half and half, but I am just gonna use light cream because that is what I have in the house, and it's not full fat like the heavy cream. So, you know, that's kind of nice because this isn't the healthiest breakfast. Next up, you'll need some ground cinnamon, some brown sugar, vanilla extract, and an egg. I'm gonna add a little bit of butter to the pan to lubricate it. Keep an eye on your bread, make sure it doesn't get too toasty, and turn the oven off if you need to. Now I'm gonna make my mixture, adding all of these ingredients together. Gonna crack one egg, add 2 or 3 splashes of light cream, a little bit of cinnamon, a few dribbles of vanilla extract. You can add 2 to 3 spoonfuls of brown sugar. And you know what? I haven't actually done this before, but I'm gonna try it this time. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt. And now I'm gonna whisk this all together. Try your best to get some of the caked on seasoning off of the sides. Now for the fun part, I'm gonna turn this on to a medium-low heat. Now that my bread has dried out a little bit, I'm gonna toss it into the bath and just let it soak for a few seconds. I'm not gonna lie, a bowl with this type of curve is not ideal for soaking a flat piece of bread, but I kind of just make it work. But if you have like a deep plate, I feel like that will probably be ideal for something like this. I'm going to turn that up to a medium heat as I soak the other piece of bread. Eggs and butter tend to cook rather quickly, so I like to keep my eyes on this because it will get color very fast. I'm going to turn the heat down to a medium-low again, and I smell that egg and that cinnamon starting to cook together. It's really delicious, and you don't want it to blacken because that just doesn't look nice when you're presenting it. You can see all that egg really starting to crust up on there. And I'm just sliding this piece of bread around to pick up all that little bit of butter on the edges. How we looking? Some other optional ingredients, and I say optional, but really you probably should have some syrup on hand, is some syrup. I like the real stuff, none of that fake crap. Some butter, powdered sugar, cream cheese icing, or maybe some fresh fruit and jam. These are just some ideas that I have, but I'm curious to hear what would you top this with? Leave it in the comments. Overall, I think this came out pretty well. The flavoring is good. I like the sweetness that's coming through on the bread. I feel like I used a good amount of brown sugar to achieve that. And some of the texture is really good. Some of the crispiness on this actually came out pretty good. You could probably hear some of it here. Mix around some butter on here. Try a big butter bite. Here we go. I know I said the butter was optional, but after those 2 bites, I feel like it's mandatory. This is a recipe that's so easy. It's so like inexpensive. You only need a couple of ingredients, and I just really love it. It's delicious. I mean, cinnamon sugar, that combo, it's just one of the best. You know, bread and butter, cinnamon sugar. Like there's just some combos that just can't be beat. And cinnamon sugar plus bread and butter, I mean, what's not to like? Honestly, I think that might have been the best French toast that I've ever made. So that's it for this French toast recipe. Let me know what you think of it if you end up making it at home. But I just want to say I really appreciate you watching my video all the way to the end. If it's not too much to ask, please consider clicking like and subscribe because that helps me out a lot. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.